Hello, you. Yes, you. This is Usayome Sale from Ways Primetime. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content aren't subscribed to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you. It's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?
Good morning, Africa, Nigeria, and my very own Lagos. It's a new year, and I officially welcome you into 2025. It's with all pleasure I introduce you to the most unique platform you come across, and that is Ways Breakfast, hashtag What Are You Saying? Here we discuss, social issues, governance, leadership, politics, everything that has to do with Nigeria, whatever it is that is shaping Nigeria's future. We are here to discuss that. I am your anchor, God's own fame, Okikiola Taiwo Jalupon, and I'm here alongside my sisters this morning. They are one of the people that, they will say that they don't have everything figured out, but I look up to them because, every morning we come up again trying to make sure that we're doing what's best for us and being conscious of the fact that Nigeria is on the palm of our hands. So, yes, I am so excited this morning. And as we step into a brand new year, many of us are filled with that joy. We're filled with hope. We're filled with excitement, a sense of renewal. Reflect on the past years, like what have I done differently? What didn't I do? What do I want to do next? And we're still also looking at what we want to achieve in the coming year. But today we're going to be talking about something that's on everybody's mind at the start of every new year. And that's setting goals for success. New year, new me, new year, new me, new year resolutions and all of that stuff. So whether you want to improve your career, relationship, health, or finances, setting goals is the first step towards achieving that. So let's dive into today's topic, New Year, New Me. Before we go that, I think that you should be following us on social media right now. That is on YouTube at Official Upgrade TV, on channel 145 on GoTV. That should be R2TV channel on GoTV, yes. And I think we're also available on Star Times and DSTV. So first off, what would I be if I don't introduce my sisters officially? I have, tada, Precious, Oluchi Omenka, and tada, God's Beauty Israel. Good morning, ladies.
Hey, besties. Good morning.
Oh, I should think we should start with that. Hello, bestie.
Don't do that to
I'm so excited to also hear you start with Gossip Gala once again, and then I'm like, okay, yes, we're always going to go start with bestie.
Hot.
Yes.
2025.
So let me quickly ask you, what is that one thing that you want to achieve this new year?
I want to buy a car, guys.
Amen, somebody.
Please, I know we have big dreams.
Amen, somebody.
I want a car.
You want a car? Okay, what about you?
So, that question
Say something
is
serious.
is
I
a
will
boy.
look like the playful one.
I'm not serious. So I think it's, for me, it has to be like get to a better position, actually. Yeah, because where I am, I think it's above my level now, so it's time to step up. So yeah, that's it for me.
I'm stepping up with a car, you guys.
Amen.
Applaudissing. For me, okay, so I had my vision board. That was December 30th into 31st, midnight. I felt like midnight does something to your brain that just helps you figure things out. And after writing everything, I was like, it's giving manifestation.
I did tell you.
How will this be achieved?
More than reality, but I was like, well, let me just write it. Sometimes we all assume that our vision board or when we set goals, we have to achieve like 100% of it. And I just felt like,
The pressure.
anyways, I've written it. Nobody's here to see that I wrote something either above or beyond. It's just my own vision board. And just putting myself on that scale, I feel like it's just going to set me up to like doing something better, like challenge me to be better.
Yeah.
And I think that that's one thing that I would say that everybody should just take away from this thing, that it doesn't matter how out of the blue your vision is.
But it has to be realistic to some level.
Yes, I think at some point we're going to discuss that. And then I think that you share your view of what realistic goals are. Like Oluchi that wants to buy a car.
No, but it's possible now. It depends on the kind of car that matters now. No, that's the problem. Is your salary?
But wait, this conversation. Let us hold this.
Nature to yourself.
Let us hold this conversation.
Oh my God.
Let us go on a break right now, and then when we return, we're going to go straight into the newspaper for today. Stay with us. Sure to have you back from that break. Now let us take a look at the headlines from today's newspaper. Today we'll highlight the top stories from The Punch, The Vanguard, and of course, The New York Times. I think, as I love to do, as always, is to go abroad before coming back to our own Nigeria. So God's beauty, take us abroad as usual.
Although there's really nothing fascinating about the story, to be honest. But I'll quickly check the headline so that, just in case you find anyone fascinating, you can go check that out on their website. So by the left side, we have how Trump flipped script and made January 6th an asset. By the by the left side, we have a path of isolation and radicalization leading to New Orleans. Next to that, in bold attack, hybrid warfare targets the West. Next to that as well, fading voice in Gaza, rubble hunt rescuers. Honestly speaking, I think I'm actually done with, this whole Gaza story. I can't believe we still carry it and enter 2025. They should just leave it in 2024, I beg. But the last headline here says 5 women, heirloom China, and the Reverend it may lose. So literally, that's all I have for you on the New York Times. Can we go to the Nigerian newspaper?
Yes. The Nigerian newspaper should always do it for me. I don't know why we always go abroad. Maybe.
No, it's important now. In as much as we want to know what Wike has to say, we also want to know what Trump is doing there.
Or what our president always has to say every 7 Eke market days. So yes, let Oluchi take us through the Punch newspaper.
Please don't punch us.
I'm not going to punch, but this news is about to punch you. And it's not the type to use to start a new year, but we have to be very objective. It's about our health. New virus, federal government tightens monitoring to quarantine China passengers. Expert demands proactive steps as new virus surges in China and ravages children. APC dismisses PDP's threat to unseat Oyebanji in 2026. 5-year dead, banks burnt in Delta tanker explosion. Yuletide holidays, Lagos, Kano, Delta, and other schools resume today. 18 policemen present when hoodlums attacked me, says Oshun monarch. Family solicits funds to bury Nigerian students in the UK. Labour Party can win 2027 poll without merger, says party. So let me talk about the health newest updates. Very sad though, but I'll just read it out so that we can be very much aware and keep safe this 2025. The federal government on Sunday said it would activate surveillance measures for inbound passengers from China following the current surge of a respiratory virus. Reports indicate that the virus has led to overcrowded hospitals, emergency measures, and public concerns in China. And the virus attributed to the human metapneumovirus has seen cases spiking across northern Chinese provinces this winter, particularly among children. Neighboring countries such as Cambodia, Taiwan, and Hong Kong are closely monitoring the HMPV situation, having reported a few cases, but no widespread outbreak, according to the report. So as it is right now, I'm sure we do not have any in Nigeria, but we're taking necessary steps to ensure that it doesn't get here. And that's why the federal government is ensuring that surveillance is done for inbound passengers from China to ensure that this doesn't spread. And I want to ask this question. I don't know. I think we should really sit down and thank our God in this nation, because even though we are trying to figure a lot of things out, when it comes to this outbreak and viruses, you will not really find it, you know, in some African countries like that, even though we know some still came. I think monkeypox was from African countries. But we're seeing China again has brought another goodie bag for us. And I just want to tell them that, please, with the way you are developing many things, ensure you have a cure readily, because I'm thinking about COVID. I remember 2020, how the pandemic hit us. It was very early in the year as well. People had great dreams, and before we knew it,
I actually wanted to say that somebody on my status was already talking about, if there's going to be another lockdown, quickly tell me, because let me quickly buy. It should not shock us the way everybody just woke up and then just heard that there's going to be a lockdown. But in reality, I don't even want anything.
But back to what I was saying, I think in Nigeria, for our health sector, we're not there yet, but we're getting better. But I think there's a way, I don't know if it's fear or trying to be very careful. We just know a way to handle this, you know, crisis. I think we do.
I think it's just God on our side, to be honest.
Yeah, God on our side, because we pray a lot. Did you go for Passover service?
Come on.
We pray that this 2025 is going to favor us.
I mean, my year of excellence.
I actually, you know, I don't know what happened. When I woke up 1st of January, the first thing that got to my mind was my year of completion. And I don't even know. I now realize that I did not watch any service. I did not see anything that had to tell me that, okay, this is your year. That thing when you follow NSPPD prayers and all of. So almost everybody that I sent a message to 1st of January, I included it that this is your year of completion, because I felt like, maybe you are not my friend. Let's think about that. Okay. But yes, that's what I said to everybody. This is your year of completion. Whether I said it to you like in person or over voice note or something, I just felt like this is a message of God, like to me and everybody around me, that this year, this is a year of completion for all of us in Nigeria, and I mean with our friends and loved ones everywhere, other place around the world. But I'm just going to take one headline on the Vanguard newspaper, and that is a story that says enforcement on ban starts in 14 days, says Lagos government, for single-use plastics. And I think this is a very big issue with this whole climate change, waste affecting the gutters, causing sickness, cholera, and all of this stuff. I think they banned this whole plastic, single-use plastics, as a last year, early last year, if not even 2 years ago. But we still see a lot of local bookers using these plastics to sell. And it's their disposal that actually surprises me, because after everybody drops it everywhere, they just look for a very special gutter in the night and then drop it.
I like the fact that they said it's special.
Yes. They will dump it there and just expect that when rain falls, then it's going to wash it away. Yeah. I don't know whether they're expecting that the thing is going to evaporate immediately they pour it there or when rain falls. So I think that this is a very big issue. And this is not also on the news, but I also saw somewhere where they were mentioning this whole, what was it about again? It was on, same thing, New Year, New Me. And then people were talking about how even after the economic crisis of Nigeria, between last year to at least first week of this year, there were parties, bangers, there were showers, weddings and everything. So they're not like, is there really an economic crisis in Nigeria?
So to defend that, there was somebody that put up a post and said that IJGB people, you are the ones causing all this.
No, because you went to the village. You went to the village. How did you afford going to the village?
My sister, transport, choco. So God took us and brought us back.
Exactly.
But honestly, the truth is, you think it's just Nigerians that are celebrating. I think Nigerians are people that, no matter what's happening in our life,
they would celebrate it.
We're going to do it.
And especially when we have the Yoruba people in our midst. You know how much people like Owambe.
Me especially.
Me
especially.
No, it's the truth.
I want us to go on a break right now, but I already said that my birthday was 1st of January, so that you people know. Abundant day. Yes. So I already said that when I come this week, I'm going to get these ladies to sing happy birthday to me because I've sung enough birthday songs for people last year. So this is my show.
Let me clear my throat.
If I don't tell us since now, we would have prepared to plan auto.
1, 2, 3, go!
Happy birthday to you.
Parama.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Not the best, but I would take it.
It's not the best, God.
But I would take it. I'll manage it. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
So thank you to everyone who is also wishing me
KK.
a happy birthday on our social media platforms. Thank you very much. Let us go on a break right now. And then when we come back, we're going to go straight into the topic for today. Stay with us. Welcome back to the show. As mentioned earlier, we're shining the spotlight on the popular New Year, New Me slogan that everybody, always talks about. So I want to ask God's Beauty to start with. Yes. Hey. Today, as in this year, is me and God's Beauty. Okay. This one is by force.
Oh God, I beg.
I literally went with 2024.
I will not go with 2024. I will shine bright in 2025.
God.
Have you ever had a situation where you have said New Year, New Me?
Okay. So I think it's actually like an everybody thing for real, because when you look at, what has happened, let me give instance now, what has happened in 2024, your lapses, let me use, since it's me, I'm going to personalize it a bit. There are a lot of, God's Beauty is very rude. There's a lot of, God's Beauty she don't have good relationship with people, and a whole lot of that you get. So, entering into 2025 now, there are two things. Is it I make it better by, relating with people, or I just shut it out completely? Just know when it's work, know when it's business, know when it's this. Just understand your levels and stay where it is. So that's what the New Year, New Me looks like. Or, that's what it is, right? So when you look at the past and you're like, okay, these are things that have happened. So you look at it, okay, what should I do to get better? Or what should I do to make it worse? Those are the two things.
So what I literally picked from what you said is that New Year, New Me can both be positive and negative.
Yes.
And
it doesn't... No, it is. That's the truth, actually, because you see people that, this has been like a character that you've had over time, and it's New Year. You're shouting New Year, New Me, and you've not gotten better. Instead, you've gotten worse. What you call that?
I think there's this slogan that has been going on. Nigerians, we always have like new things to talk about every month. And I saw on Twitter where they said day for you. That's like the slang that is going on right now. I'm like, this is 2025. we literally just entered. It's just 5 days into 2025. Which one is day for you? What really happened last year? What went wrong? What's wrong, and people just picked it up, and everybody's just saying day for you.
I didn't tell you. Say, someone said, are your scissors ready? Start cutting all the fake friends in your life.
Okay, what about you? Have you ever had any situation where you have said New Year, New Me, and it was either positive or negative?
To be very honest, the whole New Year excitement. Of course, I'm still a very hopeful person, and I look forward to a new beginning, new year, and everything. But you can call me whatever you like. But I would say that New Year, New Me thing, I think it went with my teenage years, honestly. Because I'm like, really? I've looked at the record. I've seen how things are over time. And at some point, it was as if there was stagnancy at some places. And I'm like, well, let's just see how this period will go, right? I'm just living by every month. But looking at it now, I just realized that time itself, 2025 is not like special, like a new time just came.
Right.
It's just another month, another year, another day, right? It's just how best you make use of the time. So I've really left all those excitement of New Year, New Me, and I'm more focused on how can I actually make this year better? Do you get it? So the whole excitement, yes, I will be excited with people, dance and jubilee. In fact, New Year Day, I did not post on my status. It was later. I wanted to do something like a prank. I just put on my status, but I was not so very excited. I mean, someone post from somewhere that said, see, same to all of you, Jare. If I did not message you, just know that I still love you. So the over-excitement, it's good to have it. It's good to be hopeful and expectant for a new thing. But at this point of my life, maybe it's with growth or adulthood, I'm calmer. I'm just looking
Bless
at
you.
It's January.
I'll use that.
Okay, it's January. Sometimes you have what do you call it? An overspill from December. Maybe some things that you're
yes.
Let me just go by the day again and see how to get better. So that excitement
I think that
went with my teenage years. I'm like, hey, 2025, maybe this is a different year with the Lord. It is still going to be the same if you do nothing.
Period.
Okay, but I like where you stopped this conversation, and that brings me to ask. So how do you think that people can make like meaningful, maybe, let me say, resolutions out of their lives? When maybe you wake up one morning, maybe you're not feeling at your best in the new year, maybe not even the new year, basically, just you thinking about a new you, let me just say. So how do you think people can make it meaningful instead of the things that sometimes social media can show you? And then you know that most times people make a joke out of New Year, New Me. Some people take it seriously. I even saw one point where somebody was saying that they can teach vision board for 350K. So
can you imagine?
God, and then somebody said
to make money this new year.
And somebody said, you think that if I have 350K, that doesn't mean that I have it all figured out. So, but I would bet you that somebody who is lost will see that, okay, let me borrow so much money. Maybe not from the person that is asking for 350K. Maybe somebody that is asking for 10K to teach you how to do your vision board. And then this person feel like I'm not at my best, and they will struggle to pay that money. And after paying, still write a vision board that's not necessarily meaningful because the person just taught on a general note and did not really do a one-on-one accountability with anybody. So how do you think someone who is maybe lost or who wants to make a new person out of his or herself, how can they make meaningful changes in their lives?
Okay, so I'll say you go back to come forward. That's my quote for today. I'm back with quotes,
I like
guys.
that.
Although to 2025.
I like to go back to come forward. So if I've noticed that in my life, things have not been going as I should, and I'm at that brink of using 350K to learn vision, but even though that will never happen, I'd rather start the business myself.
Do you get?
If I know I'm at that point, it's really... I think people generally don't like to reflect on things. There's so much power that comes with self-reflection, sitting down. There's this thing I always say, lay your table, put it down, and sit down alone and ask questions, relevant questions, and get sincere answers to know what is actually going wrong in different places. People just assume and let things be. So for someone who is confused and is looking at 2025 and is hopeless, not knowing how it's going to be, it's coming from some failures that you have had in the past. It's coming from some things that did not work out as planned. So what would you do? You go back to come forward. Going back meaning that you're laying it bare to see the things that went wrong, to see areas where you missed, to know how you can be better. And you look at it on a 360 level. That means not just a particular area of your life. Because I've noticed something about life. If you just focus on a particular area of your life and neglect the others, eventually, even that one that you focus on that is growing will begin to suffer because you neglected the other part of your life. So as you're doing a 360 check, you're checking your family, your friends, your health. You know, people neglect their health when it comes to need because they feel like, oh, I rarely go to the hospital. You don't know the kind of sickness that can hit you, and that big project and contract that you want to get in November will become gone. Do you understand? So you're looking at your health, you're looking at your finances, you're looking at your character, you're looking at relationships, a lot, at your spiritual life as well. So when you see that everything, this one was on 70 last year, this one was on 25, this one was on 10, this was on 100. You can now know how to plan better. So I don't believe in just setting new goals, setting new plans. First of all, in fact, this year, I think it was January. I've forgotten when first. Of course, I was in January. So I had this book where I started my 2024 New Year's, end of year service and things I wanted to achieve. I went through it. I looked through everything and I said that, you know, do this one where you talk. Oh, do you understand? But I saw other ones that I did, and I was very happy. And in that same book, I didn't get a new one. I started 2025 on another page. So that's looking back to now move forward. When 2026 comes again, I can compare. So when you compare and see what is working and what's not working, you'll be honest enough with yourself to now set realistic goals. So don't be overly excited. Like I said, adulthood will teach you to calm down sometimes and like, Jesus, come to my rescue.
Okay, what about God's beauty?
I mean, I think she said it, or actually, because, I mean, when you're talking about solving, you know, trying to move forward, or it's 2025 already, let's see, I mean, let's bring new goals, let's see what we can achieve and all of that. But just like you said, you have to look back to, you know, to move forward. There's knowing your problems, where exactly are the challenges, right? How do you overcome it? So if you're, I mean, there's this, you know, saying that says that until you're able to know your problem, that's when you'll be able to now, you know, solve it. Because imagine you don't know your problem, how do you want to solve it, right? So if you're able to identify, you know, your challenges, where exactly went wrong in 2024, then you're not able to, you know, set new goals. Because, you know, just like you were saying earlier, there are people that it's not about just setting goals. Oh, I want to drive a car. Have you gotten, you know, courses that would earn you money to get that? Right? You want to leave a certain position, you know, to move forward. Have you, you know, done something, you know, to move forward? Do you get what I'm saying? So there's just this manifestation spirit. Oh, I believe in God. We prayed. My pastor said this year is our year. Our year of Thanksgiving. You understand? So they always move with that flow. They forget that there are other hidden things that you need to take care of. Do you understand? So after you're able to now know, okay, what the problem are, what the problem is, or what the problems are, right? Now moving forward, what goals are we setting? Are they attainable? Is it something that we can measure? Right? Is it something that, okay, time-bound, when you look at it, you're saying, okay, this is something that is, you know, is achievable. It's not by just thinking about it that, oh, the way I'm looking at this Benz, I want to get it. Do you have the money to get it? Talk to you.
I like how that stray bullet is just hitting. It's just hitting Oluchi. But there's something that was common that both of you mentioned, and that was the idea of telling yourself the truth, accountability, and all of that. But what role do you think accountability plays in this scene? Because you see so many cases where people say that, yes, I'm accountable, but they are not. If you really look at it, if they ask you, how did you spend, example, me. If they ask me, how did you spend 100K within 2 days, I was like,
I will answer, she bought food. That's what she spent. She went to all the restaurants in Lagos.
I'm like, you know, he just went like that. You know that, I'll not make the excuse that, you know that Nigerian money is not even that.
Really that much.
It's not even that much. There's no value again. Exactly. So it means that being in that case, I'm not necessarily being accountable to myself. So if I'm not going to find an accountability partner, what role do you think accountability should play for individuals, and how do you think maybe they should also find somebody that they can be accountable to, that can also be accountable to them?
Okay, so I will start on this note. All the people that are successful right now, you start with discipline. If you're not disciplined, if you cannot discipline yourself, trust me, you won't be able to achieve anything, right? So it's one thing to set goals. It's another thing to now follow through. And that's where self-accountability comes in. When you understand that these are things, and that's why you have to ensure that whatever goals you're setting is goals that are realistic. It's goals that you know that you can follow through. So imagine, let me give an instance. I'm one of those persons actually, that want to lose weight, right? And you're like, okay, you know what? For every week, we run up and push up and all of these things once a week, right? And you've been doing that and you're saying that, okay, I'm not really seeing that the impact. Right, so I want to, just make it maybe 3 times. But because of you are looking forward to, the body needs to be snatched. I need to get figure 8 and all of that. You not set on a goal that, okay, you know what, every day we'll do the run up, every day we'll do this. Trust me when I say that, you get to a point where you will not follow through. Do you understand? And that's why you have to start from, okay, what can I work with? What goal can I work with? What is achievable? So when you're able to get that, that's when the self-accountability now comes in. Because now you know that, okay, this thing, I can do it. Then you will not start telling yourself, you'll be disciplined enough to tell yourself the truth, right? Okay, with these things I've written down now, how am I going to do it? What way? And that's where the measures and all of this thing comes in. Okay, this is how I should do it. Okay, for the run-up now, I think I'll just do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Saturday, I'm resting. Sunday, I'm going to play, right? That way you will not feel too much pressure. Do you understand? I feel like one of the reasons why we don't literally follow through to what, in achieving some of the goals that we are supposed to is also, pressure. When we see other people on social media, this girl, she just said 1 week.
2024
Do you get she just said 1 week like this. 1 week she was able to get a body snatch. What am I doing here? You forget that our own reality and yours is different. She might actually not have anything doing. She might actually be working from home. You that have a 9 to 5, you say you want to do run up Monday to Friday. Come on now. So when we are able to set all of these things, you see that self-accountability will not actually be an issue. Then when it comes to the whole, getting a partner, honestly, I don't know how that works because for me, it has always been self. So
Low Ranger.
That's it.
This year is for both of us. Every time I wake up, I'll ask you, God's beauty, what are you doing today? Maybe you stop at 12, because I know Gossip Gala starts at 12. Immediately you tell me 12 Gossip Gala and that's it. I will still ask you, after Gossip Gala, what are you doing? What food are you eating today?
God.
That's the only resolution for this.
Yes.
Wow.
New Year, new me and God. It's not just New Year, new me. It's New Year, new me and God's beauty.
Okay, it's nice.
Okay, tell me.
I forgot to mention this, but I was going to, before I answer this question, the other question, I was going to mention that for some people, they don't need new goals and new plans for the year.
I agree.
They don't at all. Some of them just need a spillover of last year. That YouTube channel you say you want to start, go and start it. Use your Infinix Hot 9 and use small ring light, it will show. So don't come and start saying you want to start podcast this year. That YouTube channel, you did not start it. How do you know that it's podcast that you're supposed to start this year? So for some people, it's a spillover of their plans and everything. And back to accountability. Now, I want to ask this on a very, very lighter note. I've been saying some things on TikTok and Instagram where they say, shh, this trend they will do that, they will do like this, then they will throw
and then throw the key away.
So someone's like, well, don't tell anybody your goals and plans this year. And I'm like, Nigerians have come again with their, But yes, there's some truth to that.
Exactly.
So
that's
how do you now relate that with accountability? Because if you are the type that want to do silent goal achievement, you can put yourself in silence, non-achieving that goal. Because there's nobody to really hold and ask and question and monitor to see that it is actually achieved. So that's just the thing that I'm looking at. I want it to be very balanced, where people are like, oh, I have to be accountable to someone so that they can monitor and see that my goals are achieved. Or I have to be patient and not overshare all my goals, even when I've not done anything concrete to see it come to play. I don't know if they are different things, but I had those two pictures in mind. Now, back to the question, accountability partners. Very important this year. I remember another video I watched. I watched a lot of videos. A friend of mine, he was repeating a video that he put out last year about what environment will do. There are some people, one of your very first goals for this year is to change your circle.
I agree.
Is to change your circle. The environments that you are in will either propel you to achieve the success that you want to or make you stagnant. There are some people that will really need to do, that scissors cutting. It's true. For some others, they are just beefy. Maybe they did not give them December rice. That's why they are doing...
the urgent Kutsuke did not come in.
That one is a different beef kind of cutting of scissors. So they get it. Cutting of friends. But if you want to really go to that height, if you want to be better, there are some relationships that you have to cut out from. And there are some others that you have to build. And there's some and that leads me to mentorship. I know that's driving it overboard, but there are some people as well in their career, in their relationship, they would need mentoring. See, honesty is the way that your life can be better. If you're honest enough to know that I can't do this on my own, I've been trying. Why has it not been working? It means there's a particular help that you need. It means that there are people that you need to cut off. Maybe you have goals of, I don't know, something career-related or your professional goals, and you're with people that do not believe or have that kind of mindset with you. You most likely just follow their own. There are some people right now that they are living off the dreams of other people, and they are not able to accomplish their own dreams because of the circle that they're in. So first of all, one of the very sincere things you can do to yourself is check your relationship. There are some relationships that will need cutting. If you want those goals that you have written, no matter how realistic they are, if you want them to be achieved, there's some relationship to cut. So, yeah. Thank you for cut you.
That came strong.
Me, I'm not going to.
When they can cut
I'm not going to. I'm not going to do straight bullet.
What does she need to?
I'm not going to do straight bullet. I will talk to you directly. Oluchi, I will cut you because I remember very much last year. Oluchi stressed me with I'm watching Smart Money Woman. Smart Money Woman, excuse me, and she was like, see, that food that you want to eat, you will not eat it. I'm like, can you just let me?
I'm trying to help her manage her finances.
I literally,
Right.
I literally
cut me
eat.
off.
No, I literally eat once a day. So when I eat, I try to eat good, but Oluchi will not allow me rest. She want me to split that money and drink Gary in the afternoon and eat akara in the night. So I need to change myself.
I'm actually the circle that you need so that your finances will bloom.
And then my
In
health
fact,
will deteriorate.
I have a goal on how we can save 1 million before December.
Thank you. I'm not
Message
part
me
of
on
that
Instagram.
group chat.
This is strong.
But yes, this is such an interesting conversation. This is the time for you to also leave a comment. Tell us what goal you are looking to achieve, what your friends have told you. Do you have an accountability partner? Do you not? Do you need one? Because, I mean, Oluchi is here to be your accountability partner.
Finance, for faith, for life, I'm here for you. Just
Exactly.
for a token of 350K per hour.
Thank you so much. So let us go on a break right now. When we come back, we'll now talk about SMART goals. I don't know if how many of us have heard about SMART goals, but when we come back, we will now start dissecting what it means to have SMART goals. Stay with us.
Looking to take your business to the next level through partnerships? Then join us every Thursday at 10 a.m. for Partner Up.
Whether you're an entrepreneur, marketing, sales, or partnership professional, Partner Up is here to give you the tools you need to succeed.
From in-depth interviews with industry experts
To real-world case studies of successful partnership strategies that drive innovation and business growth.
we dive deep into what it takes to form successful partnerships.
Thursdays, 10 a.m.
Don't miss Partner Up.
Life is made up of moments, some that lift us, others that break us. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we explore the beauty, the heartbreaks, and the incredible strength that every relationship brings into our lives. Friendship, marriages, partnerships, and everything in between.
Yes, say yes.
All the connections that shapes who we are today. Every week, we dive into the stories that define us. Stories of love, loss, heartbreaks, and healing. Real life stories from real people, just like you and I. Heartlines is where emotions meet understanding, and where we learn that we're never truly alone. Join me Mondays through Fridays at 9:30 p.m. for Heartlines, where we connect with every heart, one story at a time.
Welcome back to the show. So today we're talking about New Year, New Me, and how we can set goals, that are successful, that are achievable. And this next discussion, or where we're going to drive this conversation to now, is going to be about setting SMART goals. And what are SMART goals? SMART goals is like SMART. SMART goals are specific. SMART goals are measurable. SMART goals are achievable. SMART goals are R for what?
Relevant.
Relevant. SMART
time-bound.
goals are what? Time bound. So we can have short-term goals, we can have long-term goals that are SMART. But I'll first ask my co-anchors, what is that one goal that you have set that is SMART? And then tell me the things that you have done in those outlines, what you have done to measure it or put it together.
Okay, let me start with professionally. I think that one is something that you can always just put out there. So professionally, for the SMART, the specific, I want to get more degrees in communications, and that's for master's level and even PhD. I want to be having doctor in my name. How do you think that will sound? Dr.
Nice.
Lucci. Is that realistic? Very realistic. It's gonna happen. So yeah, that's the specific goal. That's what I want to achieve. Is it? How do we measure that, right? Well, let me leave the measurable first and go to the A. What's A?
Attainable.
Attainable.
Yes,
Or achievable.
Achievable. It's very achievable. But based on, now I looked at it very critically, based on what I actually want to study and what I want to pursue for my master's program in this country that we're in, and with what the resources I have available now, it is not immediately achievable. And it's not just because of resources and other things, but because of other boxes that need to be ticked based on requirements that I do not have yet. So yes, it's smart and all, but it's not achievable at the short term. And that makes it now a long-term goal, because other boxes will need to be ticked to give way for this one to be achieved. So what are the other things that have to be ticked, which includes experiences, I think in Nigerian settings, some service, requirements and all of that. So once those ones are now ticked, it now gives way to making this one achievable, right? And is it measurable? Of course. How do you measure it? After achieving, right? After, what's that other one? This
relevant. How relevant is it? How?
It is super relevant, because that's how you can upskill and that's how you can grow. I'm not a person that wants to be stagnant in this life. I'm sure that I'm somebody that will always keep learning, taking courses, having certificates upon certificates, even if I'm 70, because I believe that I need to get better. So it's super relevant because of what I'm doing currently and because I'm very growth-oriented, right? And it's time-bound as well. It should be achieved between this, length of time. And it's not a 2025 thing. Like, it's not 2025.
No, I need you to sort of be specific, because sometimes you can call something a long-term goal. And long-term can be that in 10 years, you're still not achieved it. You now say it's a long...
2 years.
So you are giving yourself, because I want the audience and myself to call you out when in 2 years you have not gotten your master's degree. We're going to call you out.
I trust Okiki on this one.
I'm going to call you out, because we'll still be friends, by force friends by that time.
You don't want to cut me off because I want
I'll
you to manage your finances.
I'll cut you and bring you back. When you respect me enough, I'll cut you and bring you back.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
But that's the goal I have.
Okay.
And for my health, I also have goals, though. But
I said only one now. Sorry. This is why I want to cut
down.
you.
Plenty tea. Ororo
This is why I want to cut you. Okay, God's Beauty, please tell me about yours.
I think the smallest of them would be getting
copywriting.
I already did copywriting. I did copy marketing, content marketing over the the holiday that we had, and that's like on content writing actually. So you see, that's
I'm watching out for you
because
I know
I'm
that
done being in the position I'm in. I need to go further. You get it? So yeah, that's it. All right. So speaking on the goals I have, I think one is to get an iPhone. Right, and I'll tell you how smart,
and that's the word very smart. Specific.
Yeah, it is.
You want an iPhone? What kind of iPhone?
iPhone, exactly. So I'm looking forward to getting
16 Pro Max.
Amen, somebody. But let's start with a 12, right? So an iPhone 12, right? Okay. That's where being specific is, right? Okay, I know what I want, right? And that's I've been looking at. I've looked at what happened 2024 and see where the lapses are. Okay, I'm not able to get certain content out. I'm not able to edit myself because of certain things that that are limited restrictions. God bless you. So now I'm being specific, right? I already know what I want. Now is it measurable? Yes. So I'm looking at the progress. Okay, how much do I have right now that I can use to get it? Okay, how do I save? How many months will it take me, to save up? How much do I have? How much do I earn every month, for me to get an iPhone 12? That's where measurable comes in. Now, the next one is attainable. Is it attainable? Yes, of course it's realistic. iPhone 12 exists, right? The money to get it, I've looked at the account. Okay, it's not shaking. I can afford it, right? That's also, attainable. It's realistic. I can see it. Now, the next one is relevant. Of course, it's very relevant. Like I said, there are lots of lapses that I had last year that I don't want to, I don't want it to repeat itself. So getting an iPhone, me being able to, I work on my videos, do my videos, edit my videos myself without waiting for anybody to do that, would actually help me a lot. Get content out, make my page that I'm growing on social media, get more eyeballs and all of that. And the last one is time bound. So I'm looking between now and 5 months, right? Because I've looked at my salary, I've looked at what I'm earning, I've looked at audio places that money is going to be entering. Yeah, where money is also coming in. I'm seeing it, okay, in script writing, I already have somebody there. I know that whether today or tomorrow, she's always going to be calling me to write script for her. I know money is coming from there. So am I saving money from there? Am I saving money from my salary? Do you get what I'm saying? So when you look at it, you know, okay, what is, I mean, you've measured it, you know it's attainable. So you now look at the time frame, okay, I think in 5 months I should be able to get this, except the price of this, you know, item increases, which is okay, right? Because with that, you're not able to look at it. Okay, let's just say between from January to maybe July, that's like 7 months. So you're looking at it, okay, in the period of this time, I should be able to get it. So yes, with SMART, you're able to get your goals right.
I want to make that goal achieved already.
So I'm not.
I want to make the goal.
Excuse me,
account details.
Because I want to ask.
Amen.
Just 12.
Just 12.
Send it to me.
I'll first talk about God's beauty. I like that you have specifically like spread out SMART goals, and you have made it very realistic. You have made it measurable, relatable, or relevant, and you have said, okay, within 5 to 7 months, which is very realistic, according to your own, you know, pocket or how you have analyzed yourself. One thing I want to ask Oluchi is that how do you hope to get this car? Make it a SMART goal.
Make it a SMART goal. Amen.
You have specified that it is a Benz.
I tell you that there are some goals that you don't use big English for it, smart or no smart. The way I will get this car is on my knees.
God.
By the time I speak to my father, I know January prayer and fasting have started.
Who is your father?
My prayer point.
Who is your
father?
father?
I don't need all those specific measures.
No,
it's just one phone call.
Who is your father?
These are the issues.
Leave it. Has it worked before?
Yes.
It has worked. Am I an exception? No.
No.
So it's gonna work. Just one phone
faith,
call.
Faith on
I
this
couldn't
one.
sleep at night. Wow. The Holy Spirit said I should just give you this.
Wow. When is not Nollywood?
Okay, now.
When is not Nollywood?
They said what you believe will work for you. So that's
what I realized
leave that quote alone. It is not for manifestation.
Since Oluchi went to the village and came back, she has been doing this plenty manifestation up to back.
If you know what they should.
They don't force a main do prayer and fasting. Like
January prayer is already my prayer point. Oh Lord, my God.
My Father,
wherever they are not sleeping.
Let my helpers not sleep until they bless me.
Can you send me your account, your dollar account? Just send it. I'll say, I know, I'll pray.
So you get dollar account.
See you. In fact, I'm taking driving lessons. So.
Money we're going to use to driving lessons. Give it to me. Let me teach you.
That's called faith. You are taking a step because you.
But does faith have anything to do with a SMART goal?
No.
Let's be sincere here.
Allow faith to do the work.
That's why I want to bring religion into this thing. We have so many things or so many situations where we say God will do it for me without necessarily doing anything yourself. E.g., Precious.
And on this show, in fact, I'm going to do the before and after by December. They mocked me.
Ew.
But God,
testimony I did not mock you.
You'll be in the front seat, don't worry.
Which front seat of me? Oh, okay, the car.
Yes.
So, you know, so many times religion can play this role and they make certain people who are already lazy just sit back and just be like, I'm a child of God.
This is what I think. This is what I think religion helps you do. It helps you to be patient. It helps you to know that, okay, this is achievable. It helps you to know, like, not really disturb yourself about it, right? Even the Bible says faith without work is what?
It have died.
That's one. Then the Bible says we bless the work of your hands. So it's not for you
There's
to say...
some people that don't read that chapter.
I
promise you. It is
you
what
can imagine
the pastor has said or the imam has said that morning. And that is this year is your year.
And that is
They did not say many years is your year. This year,
particular one, this 2025 will call on you.
Yes. Without, you don't have a job. You don't have maybe a business idea. You don't have maybe somebody you want to partner with. You don't even have maybe... And you don't have a trust fund, you don't have maybe an NGO that you feel like, okay, there's a level I'll get to that people will say, you know what, while you're helping people, let me help you. I mean, absolutely nothing. And you're like...
Pastor is not sleeping.
All right, now let me tell you the way I see this. I like how you said that it helps you to be patient.
That's what it helps you do. Just psychologically now.
Yeah, okay. I believe that faith is not firstly a religious thing. Because that's why you see other... what's the word?
Natural being, right? There's already this calmness in your spirit that, don't worry, this God got me. Like, this is going to work. But that doesn't mean because you have that faith in him, that doesn't mean you shouldn't work. That's where the problem is, right? Most of those people that are shouting this year is my year, most of them don't put in the work. they don't even know what the whole smart thing we just talked about is.
So I saw, I'm so sorry to cut you. I want you to relate this thing I saw on a blog post. I want to relate it. They said somewhere where they said, Pastor Adeboye said, this 2025, a lot of people will not make it to the end of the year.
Oh, wow.
And for somebody who has a smart goal, for somebody who has faith, who now also has faith in the in his leadership or in his pastoral journey, how do you think that would make the person who has had this vision board figured out, these smart goals figured out, this faith on check, how do you think it would affect that person? That's my first question.
Okay.
And then secondly, yes, you have mentioned, as Oluchi mentioned, that there are challenges that will come and all of that stuff. How do you think that people can overcome this challenge? Not just by saying that they have faith, but like realistically, how can they overcome the challenges of having maybe their goals or their hopes achieved?
So I'll start from the pastor thing, yeah? I've always said this, and I'll keep saying it. It's better for you to know God for yourself than for you to know your pastor for yourself. When you're able to know God for yourself, all the things that you hear your pastor say, it's not like it will come true or it will not come true. But when you have that belief in God, there's just this more stronger belief that, you know, that just goes around. Do you get what I'm saying? So your pastor has said, oh, a lot of people will not live long till the end of the year or will not live till the end of the year. Why are you agreeing with such statement? I am not saying that is a lie. I am not saying the Holy Spirit doesn't tell him anything. What I am saying is, if you know God for yourself, the Holy Spirit would have spoken to you too. Are you part of those persons or not? It's simple. Do you understand? So that's aside. Now, people that you know have challenges, of course challenges will come, you know, and I kind of agree with that. But that's why you should ensure that whatever goals that you are going for is something that is realistic. It's something that you know that when you look at the challenges, possible challenges, right? You look at it and say, okay, this is it. So even if the challenge comes, it will not hit you that hard because you already foresee it. Do you understand? So like me, okay, I give the example of me getting a phone. The worst that can happen is probably something happened and I have to use most of the money that I'm supposed to use to get a phone to get something else. But which is normal. Will I move forward? Yes. Will I still get that phone? Yes. Do you understand? Yeah. So it is just having it at the back of your mind that, okay, this can always go up, this can always happen. But that's why you also have that faith, that patience that, okay, regardless of what happened, I know that I will still get this phone. Yeah. Do you understand? So it's that simple. That's how I see it.
Okay. So, Oluchi, in 30 seconds, please give me like your own opinion about this.
Okay, I'll just continue from where she stopped. About handling challenges. I think that even when you're setting your realistic goals, as you've mentioned and listed out the things, like you said, that made you feel like, still, I mean, want to achieve all this ones. You put by the side what can make it not to happen. The worst that can literally happen. The worst that can happen. I want to get an iPhone. The worst that could happen is that I'm sacked from my job. I'm not getting any script writing gigs anymore. So once I see all these things, how will I then still achieve my goal when this worst that can happen is looking glaring?
Exactly.
So sometimes I think that maybe you will now put a stretch to the time frame of achieving that goal.
Yes.
So I think people need to be flexible with their time frame.
Yes.
That's one thing with even handling challenges and achieving your goal. Because if you are so fixated on it has to be 3 months, you get more worked up, you get more overwhelmed,
desperate,
and desperate, and it won't happen. So it's best to say in 3 to 5 months, at most 3 to 6, 7 months, I should have achieved this. Yeah. That is still very measured. That's still very time bound.
Yes.
But you are giving room for what's that in English? Please help me out. For challenges that are
inconveniences,
whatever it is.
Those things that bank will tell you when they take your money. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Let's not start from that.
Okay, so I want you to give like a final message or advice to our audience, you know, as they embark their own goal-setting journey. Just one thing, one thing, quickly.
Okay, I would say try as much as possible to get a realistic goal and ensure that, I mean, as you have used the SMART whatever, you should also incorporate that to whatever goal that you've, brought out. So if you say you want to do this, is it SMART? Is it specific? Is it attainable? Is it relevant? Is it time-bound? You need to look at it. Is it relevant, right? You have to look at it. Then when you're able to, you yourself, you answer the question yourself.
Yeah. So thank you. What about you?
Firstly, I want to be doing what our creative director has started doing. Have you checked her status recently?
Tell me.
She doesn't say, your baby has woken up. She now says, your billionaire baby has woken up. It's time to start using my words.
God, I beg.
So going back to my Ben story, all of you that are doubting, you're going to see it happen. But on a more serious note.
Ben's on it.
On a more serious note, Some plans and goals that you have set, they are looking great and all, but look through 2024 plans and goals and do some spillover. I don't know why my mind is just going to YouTube channel and podcast. There's somebody watching me right now.
I mean, it shouldn't be you.
Think about it.
He said, somebody watching me right now, you said in 2024 that you're going to have a YouTube channel. You did not start it because of your Infinix, and now you want to start podcast. No, my dear, go back to that YouTube channel
and use your Infinix.
Yes. Do you understand? It's time to really set out the goals that you ought to.
Thank you very much. I mean, thank you to everyone who has joined us this morning to maybe write their own SMART goals, to talk about this conversation, really looked at themselves and feel like, okay, this is the time where I need to write SMART goals, or they've written something, they were not realistic, and now you want to rewrite them. I mean, just know that we are here for you. I mean, throughout the year, we're going to be here. Tomorrow, we're talking about something else. Next tomorrow, I mean, all through into Friday, we're going to be here for you. So see you tomorrow. Do not miss this station. Bye for now.
Hello, you. Yes, you. This is Osayome Sale from Ways Primetime. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content aren't subscribed to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you. It's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?